Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Transport Fever 2. Coming at you with more of our Dedication Island series. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And as always, if you are enjoying yourself, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. We got a new episode every single day. And also to like these videos and leave some comments down below. Of course, those help us out with the YouTube algorithm. And I've actually noticed in the last few episodes, we've had a slight uptick in the number of views in the first 24 hours, which is a really feels good, man, situation. I really appreciate all your support, guys. It means a lot. It gives me a lot of hope that perhaps in the near future, we will be a little bit more than a blip on YouTube's radar. And that would be fantastic. Okay, let's jump right in. Before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that I am hitting the start button on a 40-minute timer. I do not want these videos to get past 15 minutes at any circumstance. Under no circumstances do we want to go over 50 minutes. I like to keep them in between 40 and 45, so we set a timer for 40 minutes. When that goes off, you'll probably hear it in the background just a little bit. When that does go off, we will know that we are nearing the end of the video. I will wrap it up as quickly as I can, and then anything else that we did not get done will simply have to be done either between videos or at the start of the next one. Okay, let's jump right in and not waste any more time. Today, we are not even going to unpause the game, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to fulfill a promise that was made in the last episode. In fact, I do believe it was the last 2 or 3 episodes where we talked about the need for this, and it's finally going to get done. So, what we're going to do is we need to reconfigure this whole thing. All right? We need to make it much, much bigger. Now, what we can't really do is make the buildings on this side bigger. In many cases, you know, I often try to make it so there's space to have nice big buildings and stuff like that and make it look more impressive. But we're not really going to be able to do that in this particular case, because if we were to do that, then we would push the tracks out further to here to the left and make it go away from the nice straight lines that we have coming all the way straight through here. And completely redoing all that track is certainly not something I'm interested in doing. So all we're really going to do is make it bigger and make it longer. So to start, what we'll do is we'll come in here to the edge and we'll just bulldoze out these tracks on each end. Like that. And like that. And we're going to need to get rid of this because it's going to be in the way. All the way back to there. And that should be plenty of room for us. Now, what we'll have to do is we're going to have to get rid of all this. Let's go ahead and do all the bulldozing that we need. Whoop. Hello. Good morning. We'll get rid of all this residential, which had started to spawn over here so nicely. And we'll delete all of the roads over here that we had taken the time to put in oh so painstakingly. Really like the way we had that set up too, but there's just simply nothing you can do about it. All the explosions, all the demo. Oh, and there's a vehicle stuck. That's okay. Thankfully, that vehicle... You know what I'm actually going to do? I forgot to think about the vehicles. I'm going to go like this, and then I can bulldoze this. And then I'll bulldoze all the way around the corner. And all the vehicles will be stuck over here, which is far enough out of the way that we can... they're not going to be in the way of us setting anything up. We'll also need to delete this bridge. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Dang. I thought that was going to be the whole thing. So that needs to go like that. And then bulldoze this part there first. And then that pushes the vehicles. Oh no! Defying the laws of physics. That's good. I think I'm going to keep this because what I may do is just have it continue from here across, but just keep it straight and then come down. Long term, I may do it this episode, actually. I don't know. I may reconfigure this bridge to be a little bit bigger because we're going to want probably multiple passageways on both sides to get across to the stuff over here in order to alleviate traffic and give us more options. So that may or may not be kept through this episode, but we'll keep it like that for now. Okay. So the next step is to go in here and configure. Now, then that should be fine. You know what? It might not be fine. I might need to get this out of here because I think I'm going to have to. I don't know. Let me just see here. Let's click on it and configure. We definitely need to get rid of this stuff over here. Like that. And we're going to want this thing to essentially be 8 tracks wide. Okay. And this section here is exclusively going to be for no, I might be in trouble. Because what I'd actually like that to be is the line that goes straight through to Rangerton delivering the tools. And it would simply be a straight bypass, and then everything else gets off, which would mean these would have to become cargo instead of pedestrian, which means this would have to get out of the way because we can't delete that while it's still there. Tricky. The other option would be to make this be the line that goes straight out and down to deliver the planks. That's one option. And then this would be the pass through, and then we would do the last two as the pedestrian. And that really does actually work. It shouldn't be too big of a deal because this would simply be the pass-through lane would be here. The only thing is I kind of like the idea of the pass lane being here because then this lane here, which is going to be the PAX line to go from Joshua to Rangerton, will have a longer stretch using this rail on a separate line from the pass-through. All right, we're gonna still go ahead and do this the right way. So let me go like this. This train here is it's actually Joshua to Shepland. Okay. So what I need to do is get some rail and turn this back that way. And I'm actually going to have to unpause the game. I want to do it the right way. That makes the most sense. And then this guy will simply turn around and leave, creating a little bit of insanity here. And then once he's left, we'll pause it back up like that. And we can rebulldoze this. And now we can configure this however the heck we want. All right, configure. We are going to go down in here and we're going to bulldoze this stuff here. I apologize for all the noise. It's the sound of progress. And this isn't too bad. Sometimes it gets really slow when you're trying to configure stations. This isn't too big of a delay. I don't mind this too much. Sometimes it's crazy slow. Okay. That is that. Now, what we can do is we actually don't, because these are two-sided, we actually don't need to put down, we actually obviously don't need to put down another platform. We can just put down the rail. Nice and easy. It's like that. Now, this, like I said, is essentially the pass-through. No, sorry. We're going to make this the pass-through, right? And then this is the location where we move the planks for the tools. Like that. And I'll leave it too wide, even though it probably only needs to be one for now. I'm going to go ahead and leave it too wide. It actually does mess up this part here because it's not going to line up. But that's fine. I don't mind fixing that part. Or that part, for that matter. And then, what we can do is, we actually don't need cargo on this side. All that really happens is on this side. On this side here, the planks will be going. The train will pull in here and then pull right back out. This line right here, for now at least, would be superfluous. But, again, it's all about future-proofing. And there's no point in not making this as big and as capable as possible. The other thing we want to do is, as well, now that I think about it, we want to make this significantly longer as well. We're going to make this longer on each end. Just like that. That should be... I'm kind of curious now how long that is. Like this. Cargo. 320. Yeah, it is. It's actually... Yeah, exactly 320. And that's long. There's no reason why I feel like I'm ever going to want to make longer than that. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it just as it is. And so let me go back into here, into configure. And we will... Now this is actually going to make us... platform. We're going to have to delete some buildings along here where it made some of the bigger buildings, unfortunately. So this is a... In fact, you know what I may actually do as well is... In fact, it's actually got that upgraded... You know what? Let's do it this way. I might actually line this whole thing along here with the buildings, even though they're the small ones, so, and get rid of the residential there, even though... Oh. Okay. Let's put back in that. And let's put... No, it doesn't want to do that. Let's go like this. No, sorry, like this. And... reinstall those platforms. Now we don't have separate colors, because as you go along in the ears, the colors and the quality of the stations just look different and stuff like that. So that's back in there like that. Then we go in here like this, and let's go ahead, stick that guy in there like that. And I'm just going to put one on either side again. Like that. That looks good. Just like that. Pretty much what we had before, I think. And now we have the cargo section done. And now we can switch over. And... Oh, this is the new era of... Okay, so they actually look different now. Okay. So, tracks. We want the platform here first, though. So we'll come along here like this. And this is essentially going to be 4-track system, just like we did with the cargo. Bada bing, bada boom. Too bad this wasn't a little bit faster. I hope that this is something they're working on to improve the game, is just make these configurations just kind of be much smoother. Back to platforms. And another one of these down the middle. And they'll only need to be the one as well, because again, they're two-sided. And we actually have 4 PAX lines planned out. 3 of them are already set up. 1 to Shepland. There's 1 to one to Rangerton, and then there's 1 that goes up to Kinshotaki. And finally, there is the line that we'll set up to go to Brompton. That'll head due east. And then those will be the 4 lines that come in here. So we'll come back in here and lock down this. We're almost there. And then once we've done this, then we can put down the buildings on the other side. So there's that. Looking really good. And there's, of course, the things that can go over the top. But what I'm going to do is actually leave these for now, even though they look really good. Because in the future, there'll be other ones, and we'll have to delete these and put the other ones on. I think for now, I'm going to leave it. Let me you guys, if you want, let me know in the comments if you'd like me to put some of these overhangs down to be seen. What we do need to do, though, is put some of these in for, at the very least, realism. I'm not sure. I think you don't need to have these in order for them to go to the next tracks in, visually speaking. But obviously, they need to be there. So I'm going to put 1 there, 1 there, like that, and then I'll put them at the ends as well, I think. And then now, when you come in, this will basically be the central part. If you need to get to the other side, you know, there's lots of room for people to stand here at the immediate points. And then if you do want to get across, you just have to come down to the side a bit, go under this way. And if it's really busy, then, you know, you can come on off the side here and do your thing there. So I think that's good. And then now we just go into here, into the large main building, and set up this train station like this. And that looks centered to me. Yep, that's good. And I think I'm going to go with 1 of those, and then I'm going to make this quite big. I'm considering actually more main buildings out here, to be honest with you. Maybe I'll just leave it like this for now, though. What I would like to do, though, actually, is put small buildings at each end. Not small buildings. The what do you call those? Just the side buildings. Put 1 side building at each end. And the reason I'm going to do that is it's going to make it a little bit easier to set up a nice long straight road straight through, because what I'll be able to do is I'll have a longer stretch to line up, and then when I know what's the right distance here and here, then it's obviously straight and perfectly parallel. Versus if you do it in here, you know, it's a less of a distance to be able to actually to be able to line up and make sure you've got the right distance. So that looks pretty good right there. Now we just come in here, and of course we're going to go out with a great big old road like that, and we'll start it somewhere. I think we could be a little bit closer than that, but not much. Okay, maybe there. That looks pretty good. Yeah, you could see you go red just as soon as you come past parallel. And then what you do is you just come down here. And then you can kind of line up. Okay, we see even where the shadow is, we can kind of see the distances. Looks very consistent, I think. Actually, looks like I might be a little bit closer there, but I can't think it can't be closer. No, it looks right. That looks right. So there's a perfectly parallel road. We love it. And then what I could do is delete those if I wanted to. And then the only thing is that we have to make a decision because it's going to be one of the first locations that they try to put buildings in, and it's going to be residential. And I don't think I like the idea of residential kind of filling up the area right inside the train station area. So it would probably make sense to line up just a great big long train station here, and then yeah. And then if I wanted to in the future, if we had the commercial come around this way and we had kind of got the commercial to this point, we could potentially, I don't mind the idea of commercial buildings being in here, you know, just kind of role playing it out in my head. So let's go ahead and for now, let's configure and put in some more of these buildings. I'm not sure if I want, it doesn't actually want to let me, that's weird, eh? It let me, it's interesting. Does it let me do these ones? No, it doesn't let me do these either. So it lets me put the road down. But then now it's saying it, so that's a little bit of a weird, I don't know. Those are the kind of little glitchy weird things that kind of bother me, but whatever. So we could do smaller buildings like this, which technically actually won't even end up fitting, connecting to the road, but that's fine. And then I don't know if there will be enough room for them to find space. I could also delete the road and do it over, but I want to get moving along here. That actually looks pretty cool. And then we've got this, it actually gives us this grass space out in front. We could put some trees along here, and I actually like the way that turns out. I'm going to go ahead and say that's the plan coming together right there. So we have our train station, and we are all happy about it. Before we set it through, I want to get the tracks going is kind of the next thing I want to do. And that means pulling this all the way back and lining this up again. So that means we're going to have to just delete the tracks and push the trains all the way back here. Construction not possible. Oh, that's here, I think, right? Yeah. That's good there. And then on the track that's going up here to the right, we're actually going to have a little bit of an unusual thing here. Because this is going to be a PAX line. And that's going to want to come into right here. Because this is going to be the line that goes out here to Rangerton. And this is going to be the line... You know what's funny is actually right now I actually don't even need rail that comes out here. Because this is actually just the stop off to pick up the rail and come back. So I can leave that for now. Because this is actually the line that needs to meet up with the one I'm deleting right here. Because this is... that over on there. That's going to be a pain in the butt to fix. I'm going to have to turn that around. Yeah, because this is actually the spot coming out here where the Rangerton line is going to be. Because so this track will be completely separate and go up to Kinshotaki. This one will be separate and go to Rangerton and then meet up there. And then this one will have its own spot and go to Shepland down here. And then there'll be the one that swoops up onto this track and goes into Brompton. So that makes a lot of sense. And now what we need to do is we can connect this back up. Because this is actually right here a pass-through. There's actually not going to be anything right now that goes on any of this. This is just going to be straight up a complete and total pass-through of the tools. So it never has to do anything getting in the way of this stuff. Then what I need to do is bulldoze this stuff back. set this rail back up like this. There we go. And slide into there. And then the rail will come out of here like this. And again, want to make sure it's perfectly flat. Like that. And I'm just going to smooth this bit off here. Something weird and funky happening there. I don't know what that was, but anyway. Just going to smooth this actually, or level this, I should say, all the way up to there for now. And then, like I said, we're going to want these tracks to come out, at least just to get us started on lining things up. Doesn't have to be the exact same distance, I suppose, but try to make it close, I suppose. And like that. And one more time. Like that. And like this. And so this and this will come down and meet up with this. Like that. And then this one will stay separate and it'll actually come up. We'll have to cut through this farm and go up into there. Down here, like I said, this one actually doesn't for now have to be done, although we can long term, if we need to make changes, we'll have that space completely wide open. And then this will come straight out here. And we'll run this all... Oh! Catenary, no. I don't know how that happened. Did I do it down here as well? I did. I thought I had the catenary off. I must have clicked something and then it reset it or something. That's frustrating. So let's get the catenary turned off on all this stuff here. And whoops, down here. There. Catenary is off and we're all good to go. And again, we can run this. Now this one here is going to turn up into this. So I got to delete this back and make a smooth curve there. Someone's going to have to delete, get moved all the way back. And here we're going to come straight out, remembering to stay level. And go like that. And like that. And then this, we're going to hope will do a pretty line right up into here. I don't think it will, though. I think I'm going to do the same thing I did the last time. Because it's on too sharp of an angle, I don't think it wants to do it. I'll try it from here. Oh, we might get lucky. It's going to do it. Oh, that's fantastic. Let me start it from as far back as here and see what happens. It's going to give that to me. Let's see what this looks like. Coming back here. It's going to let... What the heck? The smoke trail's annoying the crap out of me. This would have to be a double switch. And then... Oh, there we go. I just wasn't lined up with it because the smoke was in my way. I'm blaming the smoke. Looks good. Nice. So those two meet up down there. And we'll double check that we have the signals all good and in the right spots. Which would be one there and one here. And there's one going in there. That's perfect. Perfect. And then we'll need signals all the way back, of course. like that. And then we'll do our track here. Like that and like that. Throw down the signals. And that section is elite. Perfect. Now we come over here and we're just going to pull this back. I'm tempted to bring it all the way back to here, but I don't really think I need to. I'm going to bring it maybe to the apex somewhere in here. You know what? To heck with it. Bringing it all the way back. We got the money, we might as well do it right. Trains, tracks, like that. And the inside track. And actually, now that I think about it, oh yeah, this is where we need to get to. And it was the inside one, so this needs to go into here. So now we have a nice smooth track. It's a little bit sharper, obviously, because this one got to go a little bit further down, but it's basically the same thing. And click that in there, and come all the way back up. Doesn't want to let me pop that down in there. What the heck's going on? There we go. There we go. And then we just need signals back in here. Boom, boom. Like that. Like that, coming around the corner. Maybe I have these a little bit too far separated, but this, for now, this is the PAX line anyway. It's not going to be that close. Come into here. Come into there. And then, of course, throw down our crossover. And we're good to go. Throw one more section in there. Close in. So we have the tracks coming out this way now. And what we need to do is figure out exactly how we're going to get these to cross in here nicely. So let's come down in here. And how far do we want to go? Probably start coming over pretty soon. Maybe... What is this? Oh, do we have catenary in there? What's going on with that? Yeah, we do. A section of catenary. I'm like, what is that? I could probably get rid of this for now. I'm not sure what that one is doing there by itself. Oh, that was probably part of the crossover that we had before, and the other ones got deleted. Okay. So I think what we can do, we need both this and this to come in. I'm going to go ahead and delete these signals just so that they don't get in my way. And we can put signals back in. And what I'd like to do is actually smooth all this out in here. Like that. Actually, you know what? Let me just see what it looks like when I level from the track. Yeah, not much change, but yeah, out here especially. Now it's level from where the track is. And then we'll make nice, easy, well done crossovers. There we go. Now, let's get back in here and grab our track. And what we need to do is see if we can get this to cross over. So that would cross over like that. The problem with this is I don't know how I want to do this. I think what I might actually want to do is have this cross into this first and then have it cross in together. I think that makes the most sense and will have the best flow, which means we have a ways to go here. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to pull this out a little bit. And then I'm going to pull this back a bit. And let me see what this gives me for options here. Just a second. Won't let me get to here? I don't know. Well, let me do that. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull this out a bunch. More than I'll need. Whoops. And then I'm just gonna... Oh, wow. Thought that would be too sharp to do it from there. The longer and smoother the better. That's looking pretty good. Let's see what that looks like. From there and from there. That looks good. And then what we can do is, let me see if I can get this to work from back here more. Yeah, but I think that's this signals are the ones giving me the problem here, I think. So this should work in here like this, and if we were to go, yeah, that's starting to work. I wouldn't mind having the same kind of slope as that. So from here to there, to around here. So if I can make it to work from here. And then there. That is nice and smooth. That looks good. I'm happy about that. Happy, happy, happy. All right. And then, of course, this one here, I actually don't have the track laid for that. We don't have to necessarily do that today. But that's actually going to go down and go up there, like we said. So let's put in some signals to make all this make sense. And so we'll go here and like that. And then we need a signal coming in there, like that. So here, and then of course we need a signal coming in there, like that, there, and then there. So we'll put one there to match, and then we'll need signals here, signal going in there and in here, match and match, like that. And then do the crossovers before we do any more like that. And then we'll put in, that's pretty good. And then we just need some down in here. So we'll put like a couple there and a couple there, and we have there and there. And actually what's funny is that we actually don't need a crossover here because this is the complete pass-through. So that's fine there and there. And I should be able to actually connect that back up. That's fine. There's tons of signals now, but that's fine. Like that. Okay. Looking pretty good. Okay, I like it. So let's go ahead and put down the last little bit of track here. And then we're just about done. The old reconfig. That goes like that. I had to make a couple double switches as well. I forgot to do. Don't let me forget. Like that. And then we come back in here and set up all our signals. I'm actually going to go ahead and be there's our 40-minute mark right there, or slightly past it probably. Just need a couple more signals somewhere in here. Let's go with signals right across here like this. And that's good. So these lines should be good to go. Now all I need to do is go in here to the terminals and Kinshotaki needs to be on 4. This can go on 2, so they're on separate lines. So actually, you know what I want to do? Yeah, you want Shepland is this way, and you want it to be on the straight track, right? So it keeps its high speed all the way in. So actually what we want to do is make this on 2 and this on 1. So then that way you carry your speed into the station with the Shepland line, and then it does the crossover when it's starting up to come back the other way. And then in the other direction, same thing. Rangerton is now on this right-hand side. So it carries its speed in, and then you do the crossover on the way out. So that's how you want to set that up. And then I don't know if I did the Kinshotaki will come in this way. So you actually want it on 3 like that. And then you'll want this line on 1 coming out like that. And finally, we want to click on this, and this line here we want to be on 4. That way again it carries its speed in and then does the crossover there, and then we move the goods over, and we still have, this is all vehicles, road vehicles and trains. Okay, good. So that it can all be solved by hooking up this road to there, which I can't do without making the bridge. Like that. Do that for now, just so that it's done. And then what other problems do we have? Oops, 2 trains. That is unusual that this guy would have a problem. Where is this? What is this problem? Oh, he just maybe needs to be turned around. There we go. Because for a moment, he didn't know where he was going, and now he's all confused and he's scared. And I think a turnaround here actually does the trick as well. I think we've got everything set. We would actually be able to unpause the game without any problems. And look at that. We're under 45 minutes. We even left a little bit of time for the smooth tool. Just kidding. I mean, you want to smooth because pretty things are pretty. But that's it. We've done it. We've done it, ladies and gentlemen. It's an absolute thing of beauty. This, hopefully, is all we need forever. At least in this one particular station here in Joshland. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.